Good morning. Good morning. It's Mary, and this is TheMeriAtelier. It is Thursday, September the 27th, I believe. Yes. Good morning. How did it get to be September 27th already? It's almost October. Whoa. So I'm up early, 4:30 in the morning, ready to do my art. Yes, I am. We did a dirty dozen with Aunt Beck at Aunt Beck's Creations last night. I had so much fun doing that. I got in just a little late, but I got caught up with them, and she did a really unique take on the dirty dozens. I really enjoyed that. Hi, Zoe. Good morning, my lady. How are you doing this morning? I'm just getting started. You're looking at my dirty dozen. Good morning to everybody who's coming in. Say hello. Say good morning. It starts your day out right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm having my morning coffee. I put half and half in it, no sugar. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, you doing good? Well, I am going to start out this morning. You're looking at the Dirty Dozen piece that I did at Aunt Beck's Creations last night. And I've got everything done on it except for the borders. And it's 18 inches high and 24 inches long. And I think that I'm going to make some cards out of it. I have to move the coffee or I'll spill it. We don't want that. And I got these cards here at Walmart, I believe. They're craft cards. A2, 4.37 inches by 5.7 inches, and there's 50 of them in here. So I'm going to flip this over. So 5.75, and I want it about 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side, so that's 1/2 of an inch, so it'd be 5 1/4 by, I don't like this, 4.37. 1/2 of an inch off of that would be 3 point, I'm going to make it 3.75, I believe. So let's take one of these envelopes out here. I am going to cut a card here just and fold it and make sure that what I'm thinking will fit this little envelope. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love doing art early in the morning. Hi, Raven. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good to see you in here. I'm up and I'm making cards. Making cards at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm not even a card maker. How does that happen? I'll see. I'm going to have to sit down to do this, though. I got a little list of things I want to get done. This morning. Let's see. I said 4.7 wide. Now, do I want them to open this way? I think I want them to open this way. So 4.7. Look at that envelope again here. They are 5.75. Subtract an inch from that would be 4.25. 4.25. So 4. That's 3/4. Be right in there, I believe. Right in here. We're gonna cut it at that anyway. That seems about right. But that's not the height to the, yeah, that was the height, but that's not the way I wanted it to fold. Do I want my card to fold that way or this way? I think I'm going to need another sheet of paper. I wanted it to fold the other way. That's okay. I'll use this for something else. Well, do I have enough here? 4 point, no. So welcome to everybody who's coming in. Say good morning. Start your morning out right. Start your morning out right. I want to fold it this way, so let's cut it. 4.25 would be right about, there's 3/4, there's a half, and there's 0.25, right about there, estimating 4.25. And then, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. $4.25. That doesn't seem right. $7.5 and 1/4 and 1/4. I want it 5 1/4 wide. Excuse me, I'm figuring things out this morning yet. 5 1/4, not 4 1/4. So 5 1/4 wide. And I'm not going to have enough. Five 1/4, I said. 5 1/4, 5 1/4. I have to figure this out. This is how I figure things out. Now, if I were a professional card maker, I'd have it all figured out. But, you know, hey, Mary's a professional experimenter. All right, 5 1/4 wide. That's right. And this is 4.37, which is almost 4 1/2. It's really a weird width. So I'm going to make it 4 1/4. No, 4.37. What would 4? Let me get one of these experiment ones out here. 4.37. I think I said it fell into there. So if I make it that long with that. I want it just about to there. Would that work? Yeah. All right, let's try this. I'm experimenting. Since I have to cut that in half, so I have to double it. 4.37 minus 0.50 would be 3.87 times 2. 4, 16, 17, 1, 7.74. That seems 7 point, just a little under. Right about in there. We will try it. And then fold this in half and see how this fits my card. This is why I do it as an experiment first. It could be just a little bit taller to fit this envelope. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Zoe says, hi, Lamar. Good morning. I'm making cards, except for I'm figuring out what I need first. I think I can make this about, now that's a rough fold. I want to leave space in it. I think I can make it just about a, well, let's try it. This is 5 and 3/4, and this is 5 and 1/4. Yeah. I'm thinking that I could have just a little bit more room this way. And I made this I think I can make it 7 3/4. Excuse me while I do my measuring. Excuse me while I do my measuring. Seven 3/4. 8 1/2. 8. Let's cut it at 8. Five 3/4. Hi, Azure. Good morning. Good morning, Shawnee. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? 5 1/4. Five 1/4. I'm just setting up, getting my measurements in here. I'm gonna leave this at 5 1/4, I believe. And I'm gonna make this one just a little bit longer. And it is, keep putting my ruler the wrong way. It is 7 3/4, not quite, just a little under 7 3/4. I think I'm going to make it, I can always cut off 7 3/4. I'm going to make it right in there. We will see. Azure, you're up early this morning. Of course, I didn't put my bone folder away, so where would it be? Where would it be? We'll just use the I'll just use my ruler for now. This is just a model card that I'm cutting here. I'm trying to get the measurements that I want. To fit this envelope. That fits pretty good. Let's put it inside and see how it looks. Because I'm going to cut up the Dirty Dozen that I did last night so it will add some bulk to the card. And I want it so that I can add things to it. I think it'll fit this envelope pretty good. So now I'm going to write the measurements on here. Struggling with the tablet that you're getting an error. Otherwise, oh, you're a smarty pants. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. I have no doubt, Azure. So it is about 7 7/8. That's what I'm going to write here. I could almost make it 8 and get away with 8. Because that would give me, all right, I'm going to write 8 here. We'll do the first one. 7 7/8 or 8 by 5 1/4. So those are my measurements that I figured out. So I want to cut my cards. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to cut my little pieces at. And I can almost use this. Let's figure this out. This is 5 1/4. And this is 5 well, it's about the same. They're both about 5 1/4. And I want a 1/2 inch off. So that would be 4 3/4. Let's go ahead and cut that. Let's do a measurement here. 4 3/4. Let's do a model. 4 3/4 right in here. Right there. So that'll fit there. Yeah, pretty good. And this way is, well, I'm going to say 4, so I'm going to say 3, and I'm going to say 6. Let's see what's, well, 3. 3 just seems 3 1/4, 3 1/8 won't hurt it. Oh, no, it needs to be more. That's 4. 3 1/4. That's about what I needed, though. I almost made it 3 1/4, but it's not. Three and a 4. There, I think I'm happy with that. So my model will be three 3/8, and this is 4 3/4. All right, that's what I do. I get all set up. Okay, Zoe's making up her bed. That's a good thing to do in the morning. So, after all of that, I get my model set up here so I know I'm going to cut my big sheet. So, 4 3/4. I need my calculator. Can I find my calculator on this phone? Let's see if I can find it. Utilities. Calculator. It's 24 inches. 24 inches wide, so 24 inches divided by 4 point, where's my model? 475. I can get 5 cards out of it this way. So I'm going to write 5. And 18 inches high. 18 inches divided by, well, 3 3/8. I'll have enough. I'm just going to divide it by 3 is equal to 6, and then I'll have 3/8 times 6. Three, 6. A little bit over 1.5 inches. So I think I'll have enough if I do 6 up this way. We're gonna measure it and see. So 6 this way and 5 this way. I'm thinking, but I don't know for sure. Only way to do is to measure it out, which is kind of what I'm going to do now. I'm making cards, if you're curious as to what I'm up to. But I had to do all my measuring. So 4 3/4. Let's just mark some off. I'll mark it with this pen. Four 3/4 here, and here. And let's just draw a line. I'm never perfect. Good morning to everybody who's coming in, who's sitting there watching me. Good way to start your morning. Come visit Meri at TheMeriAtelier. Yeah, I'm making cards this morning. Watch Meri try to do arithmetic at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. 4 3/4. Am I doing that right? Yes, I am. 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. On the other side of this is the Dirty Dozen that I did in Aunt Beck's Creations last night. And I'm going to make cards out of it. That's where I'm going with this. I'm going to have to set my paint brushes down so that I can get my ruler in here. 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. It'll make sense when I get it cut and flipped over to the other side. I get things done early in the morning. I get things done early in the morning. 4 3/4. And let's see what I can do over here. I think I can get another one in. 4, I can with just a little scrunchy left here. 4 3/4. Gotta move my phone. 4 3/4. And boy, that was close. Oops. And then a line here. I want to see it before you cut it. All right, wait, let me make this line and I'll flip it over, Azure. Yeah, here it is. It's just a background. We did this in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen. When you see this shine here, the streaks here, I have gold paint here. I'm going to make sort of Halloween cards, I think. The prompts were really fun last night. Aunt Beck mixed it up. She had 4 groups, and in those groups she had the colors and the technique, and the last one was like, add your finishing pieces, and then she had another group. And then she read off what was in each of the 4 groups. There were like about 4 or 5 things in each of the 4 groups. And then you chose 3. This was really fun to do. She mixed it up. I'm going to do this in my live stream, I think. I'm going to borrow Aunt Beck's technique. It's fun to do these pick 10s and dirty dozens a different way. But out of each group, you pick 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would be 12 of them. Hers is Dirty Dozen, which would be 12 art prompts. And then you have your separate list down here on another sheet. And you numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you, out of your own, those 3, you would add them wherever you wanted them down here in your list of 12. You'd have 3 from each group, so you'd have 12 of them. And then I might pick a color and put it at 9, and a color and put it at 5, and a color and put it at 3. And then maybe the techniques I might put at 2, 7, and 4. And then you would just make your own list from what you chose up here. And then after you got all that done, and then when everybody was ready, Aunt Beck would call out a number. And the number that she called would be the number that you'd have to pick off the list. It would probably be pretty rare that everybody would have the same list. I really enjoyed doing that. So I'm going to flip it back over, Azure, because it's really more of a background. For my colors, I used red, orange, and black. And I had to cheat just a little because, with gold, you can cheat. I had to put some gold on there to kind of liven it up a little. And one was book page, and out of the book page, you can't see it too good. Some places in here you can. I have a book page, a book on mosaics, and here's one right in here. I tore up some mosaics, And that's a kind of what these strips are in here, are mosaic strips. And one was stamping. And I have some of those little wooden blocks that have letters on them. And I'm going to use them as, I'll show those later. I was really disappointed. You get them for like $1 at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or probably Target or whatever. It's just a little box that has ABC stamps in there, and you pull out the little wooden thing. Well, the ones I got, the stamp is a rubber stamp, but the stamp is not glued to the wood piece very well. And the stamp was actually falling off of the wood base while I was using it. So I was very disappointed in those. They aren't even worth $1. I wouldn't even bought them at the dollar store. I was very disappointed in those. So I'm going to turn this over and do these I said are 3 3/8. So I'm going to have to measure. Let's measure down. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see that. I think I'll cut this first so I can get up and see closer to cut the 3 3/8. So I'm going to have to stand up. You can't live without the gold. No, you can't. Yeah, well, you must have watched it late because she quit earlier than folks in there were kind of tired. And I had a really busy day yesterday. I was tired. And so Hi, Maricha. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I just saw you smile. Start out your day right with the big smile. That'll start your day right. I probably could use it on an acrylic block. Let me show it to you, Azure. I put them back in. What I did was, well, here's the blocks. I put this one back in the box, but it doesn't even go in the box straight. I suppose I could force it down. This one I taped together, but it seemed like my R's. The R's, I don't know whatever happened to the R. This is the capital or the small. These are these are the small, but I put the small one over here on the caps is what I did. I put the small R with I never did find the cap R. It completely came off the little block, and I didn't know it. And I inked it up, and I inked up the end of the block, and I go, where's my R? So last night when I was doing my Dirty Dozen, look at that. It came completely off of the block. I suppose I could. They're kind of cut. I have an idea that they cut I don't know what they do. They sure didn't do it right. I could glue it back, but I don't want to. I'm just disappointed in it. I can fix it. I probably glue it back this way and just use it as a stamp like this, because that's what I did on my Dirty Dozen. I have to kind of hold it now, but I just stamped like this. And this I could probably just maybe tape it in the block, turn it upside down, and put the box around it and stamp. I'm not going to use them individually. They were $1 a piece. They're just, they weren't sold as in the nicer areas where, well, I guess they were sold in with the stamps. I was thinking I got them out of a $1 box, but I wasn't happy with them. I don't think they were worth what I paid. When things like that just fall off of your blocks, that's poor. That's a poor product. That shouldn't even hit the market like that. I don't care who did it. Well, it was Studio G, so it was probably Michael's where I got it. That's poor. I'm unhappy with it, but when you pay $1, I guess you get what you pay for, huh? Here's my little wooden. I guess you get what you pay for. Take it back? I'd have to drive 100 miles to take it back. I could complain, take a picture of it and send it in to Michael's, but I'm not going to. It's not worth it for $1. I need to cut this. It's not worth it. Now, I got some others. I should show you though. Whoops, what am I doing here? Let me concentrate on what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think I got those last March when I went to Lincoln in March. So from March to September is when I used them. So, well, I guess they're out in the other room. I was going to show you, I have another set of small ones that are on plastic pegs, and they snap together in a little holder. And I haven't used those. I used them once, and I didn't have that problem the first time I used them. So hopefully those will work if I want small letters. But I don't stamp a lot. I got disgusted with it and just wrote with my big pen. I'll just use it for stamping. I'm cutting cards. It probably looks pretty boring, but you can watch Meri goof. It's kind of hard to do this live because I don't want to get my head in the picture. You don't need to see Mary's head at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh dear. If I can get this cut. Come on. Must be a collage piece on the other side. And I think I'm going to mark these before I cut them. So I have to mark these at 3 3/8. That's why I cut it so that I could mark it easier. And I'll probably cut these now on the cutting board, but yeah, let's do it by hand. I need some coffee. Yes, I do. Coffee. The smell of bread is killing me. You have a handful of stamps, yeah. All right, 3 3/8. I said 3 and 3 1/2, 3 2/8. So kind of right in there. I should probably mark that maybe on my ruler for now. It'll wipe off. 3 3/8 and 3 3/8. And let's see if that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to do 3 of them. I can just do 2 of them. So how's everybody this morning? It's Thursday. The week is about over with. The weekend's coming. Last weekend in September. I can't believe how fast this year is gone. Oh my goodness. Where did the year go to? I just planted my spring flowers, it seems like. I was out the other day cleaning up some of my pots, sort of cleaning them, throwing away the flowers that were looking pretty much done. I like to empty out all my flower pots and take them, we put them in the shed in the winter time. Get them off of the front porch because snow, we scoop the snow off the front porch and you don't have to scoop around the flower pots. So I got to finish doing that. My zinnias are holding on though. Pretty good. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Hi, Kim Marie. You're getting ready for work. You only have one day left in the work week. If you work Monday through Friday, that is. That's okay. I understand. If you're getting ready, just listen in into the background. I'm not going to sing a song, though. You might hear me laugh. I was listening to my YouTube videos. I was listening to the replay, reading the chat, see what I missed. I'm going, I have this nervous laugh. It must drive everybody crazy. I try to get rid of that, but, if you want to laugh, you got to laugh. So, about like that, I believe. Maybe a little straighter there. Maybe I'll mark this 3 3/8 up here. And in there. Thank you, Kim Marie. She said she loves my laugh. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes, though, sometimes it is a laugh, like I really find some things funny. Like Tuesday morning, I lost my data connection, so when that happens, my camera points up toward the ceiling, and all you see is where my camera is hooked. And that happened Tuesday, and I was working away with that big shot. And I didn't realize, I switched the camera. I got the data connection back, but I forgot to switch the camera to look down at my desk. And it was probably, I would say, a good 3 or 4 minutes before I realized that all anybody could see was I was chattering away. I was working with my big shot, trying to figure it out. All of a sudden, I realized that all anybody could see was my camera and my ceiling, my camera holder and my ceiling. So that struck me pretty funny. But I think sometimes I laugh I think it's kind of a nervous laugh when you're when you're doing a live stream. Sometimes I think I have kind of a nervous laugh, and that kind of bothers me in a way. I don't want to say that I'm consciously trying to fix it, because I think if you consciously tried to fix something that was happening subconsciously, you would probably make it worse. I think. I might need to change my blade here. It's getting a little dull. But let's see if I can't. Got a little off of that line. Let's see if I can't cut the rest of my cards with this. I'm afraid that if I snap one more off, it's going to lose its... I might be able to snap one more off the blade. Usually when it gets way down to the end of the blade, it doesn't hold very good with the last two. But I'm going to try it, I think, because I don't want to have to go through and do this. Woohoo! So, yeah, see, that's up as far as it'll go. So I can't get that blade out very far. I'm going to try to snap it off. I don't want to have to change it. Change the blade. Let's see if I can just snap it off here. I have my glasses on, so if something happens, my eyes are protected. I gotta get a hold of it. There. Throw that away. And see if this cuts better now. It's just cutting little strips for my cards. Aunt Beck got me started on these. I'm not a card maker, but I like what she's done so much that I'm making cards. I think it's because of her Dirty Dozen. I really do. You have that too, Maricha? There's a little art piece that can be collaged down. Yeah. I think consciously try to fix something that happens subconsciously, that you're so nervous about it that you just make it worse. There we go. Now where's my model card? Here's my model card where I wrote all the... So it'll go on this way. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get 25 cards. 5 by 5. I can get 25 cards. I'm wondering if I shouldn't cut this. Do I have 25 black papers? Let me check. I have black. I'll have to put cardstock on my shopping list. I have black cardstock here. Oh yeah, I think I might have 25 sheets here. I think I'll make my cards, because these are supposed to be like Halloween. I think these will look nice on the black instead of the white. This is just my model here. I'm going to keep this model out, so the next time I make cards, take it black. Yeah, take it back. Oh, wait, take it back? Wait a minute. Oh, I was reading chats way up at the top. Now let's see what I'm doing here. Hi, Sherry. Hello, hello. And good morning. So, I think I'm going to use the black. I was reading Azure's statement. She said take it back, and I thought she said take it black. I'm going, huh? So these, I think, after I measure them out, it might be faster if I cut these instead of cutting them with my blade. Just cut them with my, right here. I think I'll do it down here to where I can see it better. Right in there. This is a titanium blade, but still. I have a claw piece on it. It might be faster if I do it here. I'm making cards, Aunt Beck inspired cards. I so enjoyed her sewing session. Aunt Beck yesterday afternoon did a sewing session where she showed how she threads her machine and everything. And then she made a, whoops, that's not glued down too good. Let's get out my glue stick and glue that down. She made a little hedgehog pincushion. And I'm going to make one of those, except for instead of a hedgehog, I'm going to make a skunk. And it's going to be my Pepe Le Pew skunk that we were talking about in our Friday night live. And I actually was thinking I'd do that this morning, at least get a start on it. But I'm kind of working on these cards first. Yeah, these are going to work, I think. These are going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm happy with these. Aunt Beck inspired cards. Laura, good morning, Laura. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. You must be a busy lady. I haven't seen you around. Hi, Eva. Good morning. I didn't see you come in either. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Eva was in Aunt Beck's last night, but I don't think you did the Dirty Dozen last night. I think you said you were tired. Aunt Beck made Halloween ATCs out of hers, I believe, from last night, but I have Halloween ATCs already made from one of her other Dirty Dozens. So I've got the base all made. I have to make the Halloween portion yet, but so I decided to make cards out of my Dirty Dozen. So that's what I'm up to this morning. That line is crazy busy. Well, you know what? That can be a good thing too, because it's not good just to sit around all the time and not be busy. You know, keep yourself busy. Keep your mind active. Keep going. I've got a zillion things I could do around here. I need to reorganize, and I want to put up some more shelving in my room. Well, I did last night I have a closet over this way, and it's kind of unorganized, but I got in there last night because I was looking for things for my hedgehog. The hedgehog is going to be a skunk. Let's see. I'm going to measure these out before I cut any more. 3 3/8 is what I want. 3 3/8. This has to be cut this way. So you guys are getting to watch me cut my cards this morning. I'll try to get, I don't want to carve some stamps for my Halloween story. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to do one Halloween story every week in October. So I've been planning it out. So I'm planning out the first week. I try to get that done here at the end of September so that I won't be trying to get everything done at the last minute, which is typical Mary. Look at that little strip. Okay, so 3 3/8. I got to put a new blade in that knife. So this 3 3/8. Got to move my phone's in the way. My coffee's in the way. My cards are in the way. Of course, this is kind of eyeballing too. It doesn't have to be perfect. 3 3/8. And I'm just marking lines here. 3/8. You made a master board. Oh, a master board, meaning one of those, like an idea board? Is that what you're talking about? A master board, a big board with things Tell me about your master board, Laura. I want to know. I think I saw Jenny Belly make one of those if I'm thinking the right thing. I want to hear about your master board, what you're doing with that. Yeah, Zoe wants to know too. Tell us about your master board. It sounds interesting. You've caught my interest. I think my master board is probably scribbles on my in my Society of Idea Collectors. Probably scribbles on paper that gets put into my Society of Idea Collectors. What I'm cutting up is a master board. Oh, so you have a big sheet, a huge sheet, and then what do you do with it? You made the background, so like a big sheet that you've decorated, but then what do you do with it? What are you doing with your master board? Oh, you're trying to shade with charcoal, Zoe. Okay. Hi, Life Mix. Good morning. You're going to blink and drink coffee quietly. All right. Oh, you made ATCs, cards, and coins, and oh, cool. So you're making the big sheet of paper that you're calling a master board, just like I did here, and then you're making ATCs and coins and cards. Wow. Cool. Did you follow art prompts to do that, Laura, or did you just do it whatever came to mind at the time when you were creating it? I like to do the prompts. The prompts are really good for me to do these because they turn out really nice backgrounds. And then the pick 10s. Well, I got my pick 10 book out here. I should show you guys my pick 10s because I found some of my early on ones. Pick 10s right here. I was going to show them anyway. I mean, I'm getting a bunch of pick 10s done. Look at all these pick 10s, and they're 4 to a folio. And I think, were these no, these weren't my first ones. My first ones were up in here. I think these were I think this was my very first one, and boy, you can tell it. And then I think I did this in the Friday Night Live. I think this was when I was still following Cindy's prompts. But I remember one of the prompts was fiber, and all I had was this rope, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I just remember that so good. It was Lisa, my eclectic life said make a nest, and that really turned out good. And then by the time I got over to this prompt, there was a flip page. But I'm going to make this folio my first one because I want this one I put little Tim Holtz characters in the butterflies. So this is going to be my first one, and the second one, and here's those butterflies again. The scissors, and this is the Purple People Eater. I love this one. Yeah, the Purple People Eater. And this was more of a Victorian wedding theme. Tie the knot. Here's Penelope. This, I don't know what this one turned out just to be a hello one. This one just, I'm not sure where I was going with it, but there's, this tiara is getting heavy. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. And I like this one. I posted this one on Instagram. This is a unicorn kind of painted on a brick wall over in Syria, I think, or Iran, or someplace over in the East, Middle East. And Packer Dye gave me this quote, "Sorry, I can't. I'm taking my unicorn for a walk." And this is the St. Louis Arch in here. You can't see it very well, but I can see it. And then this one I didn't like, but then I put all these star shines on there, and I like it a lot better. And I actually did this one first, and I cut out her eyes. And then I came and did this one, which is a Kool-Aid. Was used something out of the newspaper, and our local newspaper has Kool-Aid Day event. There's a Kool-Aid guy down here too. But I like this one because she blinks. I love her blinking. And this was a self-portrait, sort of. As self-portrait as I'm going to get, I guess. And this was, I attended a little online Zoom session, The Creative Beast on Instagram, Monica, and she did prompts. I think Jerry read those prompts. I can't remember exactly how that turned out. Can't remember exactly where that came from. Here's another one, Over the Back Fence. I did this, my two-dimensional shadow box style. This I did in Monica, the Creative Beast, one of her Zoom meetups. And this was my most, no, that's not my most recent one. Here's another one. I just, I've just these pick 10s. I do them with Lisa, My Eclectic Life, and when Aunt Beck has a pick 10, this little card keeps getting stuck in there. Penelope wrote to Pierre here. And then this one was just a kind of a school theme. Midnight Autumn Walk. And this is the last one, the last folio. And I got the stars and the ghosts. Yeah, I like this one. I did this one in my Friday Night Live here just a few nights ago. And I think this happened in Aunt Beck's. She did an extra. She did her Dirty Dozen, and then she did a pick 10. So I'm all ready for the last page here. That really builds up. I didn't plan to do all these pick 10s this year, but it's going to make a nice, either a section in my journal or an entire journal by itself. I haven't decided. I like to keep them all in one journal, but I can't put everything in there. I got some more pages there, so that's that. And here's the prompts from Aunt Beck's last night. Group 1, 2, 3, and oh, she had 3 groups. Oh no, there's a 4th group. Where's the 4th group? Down here. 4th group was down here. And then I made up my list, and then she called out a number. Like Jessa was the 7th number called out. That was fun. I'm getting a lot of pick 10s. What's going on in chat? Hi, 33rd. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Aunt Beck. Good morning, Aunt Beck. Marilyn, good morning. Good morning. Lemore says she loves the gold. I hope you're talking about on my cards. Catching up with chat. Zoe said she didn't finish the Dirty Dozen, so she wrote down the numbers. She's going to do them later. A skunk, how incredibly awesome. Yeah, while I have your attention with the skunk, I am going to show you what I'm going to do here. I've got and I found some little flat marbles, so I don't have to buy them. So I think I have everything on hand. This is going to go on the card. Here's the pattern that Aunt Beck used. And I've got to go she got it off of Pinterest, and I need to go get her link and post it here when I start doing this. But I took it to the library because I don't have a printer, and I printed off the pattern, And the librarian was helping me, and she said, "Oh, print me one of those." So she liked it too. She's a quilter. So, only I'm going to turn my little hedgehog. This is a little hedgehog here, right here, if you can see him. And I'm going to turn mine into a skunk. So I think I'll just keep the same shape of the body, and I'm going to use a wire. And what I'm going to use for the fabric instead of felt, what did I do with it? I had it in my hands. Instead of felt, because I do not have felt around. I've got foam, but no felt. But I bought this quilted flannel for Pierre, and Pierre will never use all of this. So he's going to share, and I'm going to make my little skunk, I think, out of plaid. And I'm going to use red. Aunt Beck did a red. Well, I might need a brighter red. I think I've got a brighter red. But I want a red. I might rethink the floss here because I want it to show up. You did the blanket stitch. And then for the tail and the stripe, I'm going to use eyelash yarn. And I don't have black eyelash. I got this brown. And I thought I would try to dye some of it black with ink. I'm going to experiment with that. So there's where I'm going with the skunk. I don't know if I'll get to him this morning. But I've got everything, and I've got my flat marbles for the, you put flat marbles after you get it all stuffed. You put flat marbles at the base so that when you're using it, it doesn't tip over. Yeah, Aunt Beck, I just thoroughly enjoyed that sewing session yesterday. I'm going to get out, once I get these projects all caught up, I'm going to get out my $5 sewing machine and see if I can't thread it and do some sewing projects with you. So, and I don't care what you guys do next. Whatever you do is fine with me because I have fun regardless. So I'm going to continue marking these 3 3/8 here so I can... Yeah, he turned out cute, didn't he, Aunt Beck? Have you named him? So 33rd wants to know if you've named your little hedgehog. I think I measured, Aunt Beck, I can get 25 cards out of this big piece that I did last night. You missed seeing the big piece, but here's what it looks like on the front before I cut it up. But of course it was wider. It was 24 inches this way. Yeah, I'm glad Aunt Beck started those sewing sessions. I think a lot of us are going to enjoy that. Oh, I know I enjoyed it yesterday. 3 3. I kind of wiped off my mark there. 3 3/8 right there. Three 3/8. Just kind of eyeballing it here. It doesn't have to be perfect, because everybody knows that when they get something from Meri, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be made with love. 3 3/8. Excuse me while I concentrate here. Aunt Beck, get your kitties all fed and settled in for the morning. Aunt Beck has to take care of the kitties in the morning. Have your coffee. Go make your coffee. Morning coffee. I made coffee first thing. It's kind of getting cold now. Aunt Beck, my video is up for this morning. I put up a video this morning on Jerry's altered book project. I'm altering a history book. I should show that to you guys. Because the video's live now, but I put it under my dictionary to flatten it out, to keep the page flat. But here's the page. This is my first page. Let me hold it up to the camera just a little. Oops, got the corner curved. And I'm just going to use, because this book has so many neat pictures in it. These are the ones that I left in it, but I tore out all the colored pictures and everything. So many really neat pictures in this book. So depending on her prompt, I might use the picture that's already on the page. Like this lady here, Jerry on her page, Jerry at Recycled Parts for Art. Those are who's, I know Aunt Beck is doing the altered book, and I think there are several of us following Jerry's altered book project. And I do not usually tear pages out of books, but I said I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time, so I tore quite a few pages out. Yeah, I want to see yours, Aunt Beck. Have you put up a video or posted a page? Hi, Josie. Good morning. Is that Josie from, let's see, it is. Josie, good morning. My Italian friend. Hi, Josie. It's so good to see you. Josie from Italy. Yay. Yay. I'm going to write you down here on my international friends that came in on my Tuesday chat. All my international friends here. I'm going to add you to the list. Josie from Italy. Of course, I knew Josie from before. Italy. I'm making a list of Italian friends. I'm going to keep it close by so that I go, now are you from New Zealand or from Australia? I'm going to have to make a better list out of that or I'll be losing it. But you've been away for a while. Well, you've been missed, Josie. Megs came in the other morning, and Linda McAllister, and another gal from Holland. And I thought Holland and Netherlands were the same country, but I wasn't sure, but I looked it up to make sure. I'm going, well, one gal said she was from Holland and the other gal said she was from Netherlands. And I think they're the same country. And I looked it up and yep, they are. Away, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, sorry guys. I was chattering away again. Let's get back here. It seems like whenever I get my attention away from the screen, then it decides that it's going to drop me. I blame YouTube's artificial intelligence for that. It figures out when I'm not paying attention. It's that smart with its 6th grade education. Somebody told me once that YouTube's artificial intelligence had a 6th grade education because it was still learning things. And because it learns, that's what an artificial intelligence program does. It learns and it keeps adding to what it learns. And eventually it's going to be smarter than everybody. But I say that artificial intelligence has learned when I'm not paying attention, and then it drops me. I blame YouTube for everything. because I'm doing a YouTube. So, hey, it's all YouTube's fault. Makes sense to Mary. It makes sense to Mary. This one is a little, they're not perfect, but neither is Mary. So let's see what I've missed here in chat. Josie says, I will be doing a video soon just to show what I've been up to. Oh, I want to see that, Josie. Yes. Marilyn, I said hello to you. Sherry's back. Yeah, you lost me. I was already away. A rug. What are we talking about? Hang in there. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging with me. Aunt Beck was yelling at me, trying to get my attention. Mary, we lost you. Where you talking about the rug, though? Hi, Josie. Not yet, because I have to stop working to go live last night. Maybe acquire name suggestions from group. I'm at the part where you go around the pieces with the colored pencils. I'm reading Aunt Beck's remarks, seeing what she's making. She hasn't named her hedgehog yet. She had to go cat herding. I'm enjoying sending out 6 handmade cards a week. You know, Aunt Beck, I think I'll start doing, because I'm making cards. I don't know if I'll get mailed out a week. Maybe I'll trim that down to 3. Because I'm not the card maker that you are. We'll see how that goes. I've got 25 here. I could probably send out 6 out of these real easy. That would leave me 19 cards left. Maybe I'll put some in the swaps too. I'm in your Halloween swap. I went and checked last night to make sure I was in it. I have the base for my Halloween cards already done from one of your other Dirty Dozens. I just have to decorate them up. So that would be 4 more. I think you said you were going to do groups of 4 or 5 or however. This needs to be trimmed a little. Trim it just a little here. There. So I'm just about done cutting these. Thank you for your patience. I get a lot of art done in the morning. I have to tell you, I get a lot of art done in the morning. Now I'll have to show you where I'm going with these cards. They're not going to be Halloween themed in the sense that I'm going to have, boy, that line's all off. There. Witches and ghosts and goblins. I think Aunt Buck put skeletons on hers. But I think I'm going to dig into my Tim Holtz ephemera and maybe put floral or something on it. I haven't decided quite yet what the focal point is going to be. There are my cards. Bases. Yeah. Yay. Seems like I should have more. Oh, I'm not going to sit and count them. So now what I want is the card base. I need to cut at 5 1/4 and by 7 7/8. So if I take a piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these on black cardstock. I think that'll be really nice. And I have this ribbon that I got at the liquidation sale. 65% off of 75 cents. Less than a dime for this roll of ribbon. Let me cut into it. I might have to take the wire out, though. Let me cut into this. This is really kind of pretty. It's a floral. Where's the start? Right here. I don't know if you can see that too well, though. I was thinking I'd put that on here. It's darker. On here, I think I kind of lose it, so I may not use this. I got some more ribbon, but it's not a sheer ribbon. And if I put a wide ribbon across here, I'll have to rethink my ribbon. I don't want to cover up all the design. I might just put a black strip. We'll have to rethink that. I was thinking it would look pretty on the white, but I decided I was going to use black. This would look really pretty on the white, like this. So I'll have to rethink that. I also have this. I got this at Hobby Lobby for half price. So it was $10. I paid $5 for it. That would be pretty, not the whole strip, but maybe a couple. So I might do these instead of the ribbon. That's probably what I'll do. Maybe there are 6 of them. I'll probably cut it in half. And then I'll put some other embellishment, maybe a word or something. We'll see. Play with my... I'm not ready to do all that yet. Play with my Big Shot die cutter. But right now I want to cut these out, and I'm cutting them at 5 1/4. So I could probably cut 5 1/4 this way. Can I cut 5 1/4 this way? I could get 2 out of this. 5 1/4 this way, and yeah, cut this almost in half. 5 1/4 this way, and 7 7/8 or 8. I think I'll make it 8 this way. Let's cut one and see if I can get 2 cards out of this. A little bit closer. 8. 8 that way, and 5 1/4 this way. 5 1/4. And another 5 1/4. So this is how we get things done online. I noticed Aunt Beck, when I like that she does her ATCs right in her live stream, so she has them. She gets her cards ready. She does everything online, and then you have them. I really like doing that. And see, now these will go. I cut one just a little bigger, but see, these will go right on here. I have to fold them in half. So 1, 2. I'll just do it this way. 2. Put that up there. Do another 2. Cut 8. 8 this way. So, getting stuff done early in the morning. Let's see what chat is. I have to catch up with chat. You could just do 2 strips. It looked great on the bling. Oh, 2 strips for the bling instead of 3? Yeah, I could do 2 strips, and there are 6 across that width of that bling, and I could get, if I did 2 strips, I could get 3 out of each little width of the card, so I could do three at once. She's talking about the cards. Aunt Beck says, I just need to add the info on the back of my ATCs, and she's finished. I'm keeping the last one, as I really was and it mixed up the arms and the legs. Oh, is that the one that you said you had everybody guessing? We said hello to Sherry and Laura. Josie says, I missed all of you too. I need to add the prompts. I really like how you did your Dirty Dozen last night. It took me a minute to catch on, but once I caught on, Aunt Beck, I hope you do more. But I'm going to do my pick 10 for on my Friday night. I'll try to do one Friday night and do it that way. I really enjoy. I like how you mix it up. So you mix it up, and then I'll steal your mix up. Let's see. Groups of 4, yeah. She's got 12 people signed up. Yeah, we've been missing Josie. I'm catching up with chat. Well, Josie says I will be doing a vid soon. Okay, I'm back to that. Yeah, I like doing that too, Aunt Beck. That was really a good idea. Very cool. 8 and... All right, 5 and a 4th. I got a monster in the other room. My brother. He's in his recliner. So if you hear him waking up, well, he slept in the recliner last night. 5 and a 4th and 5 and a... What? Wait, what did I do there? 5 and a 4th right here. 5 and 1/4. So there's 2 more. You guys are just going to watch me get my cards put together here. I'm really liking that as a black background. Here comes a train. We turned on the heat this week, so the front door's not open. So, see, I want to cut this at 8. The front door's not open, so, but I can hear the train. It's not as loud if the door is closed. Yeah, black mats to the art cards really does work nice. Only I'm not matting them. I'm just using the card as the... You mat them, I think. I'm not that sophisticated yet, Aunt Beck. I'll get there eventually. 1 and 5 and a 4th. I'm just using the card as the mat. So there's 2 more. I really like that I can get 2 cards out of 1 sheet. Boy, this is a pretty thick sheet. It feels thicker than the others. 8. And I want to get to work on my little Pepe Le Pew skunk. That's going to be one of my projects that I'm going to be working on, that little pin cushion. I might have to do him in a video because I've got to get my nose up to that stitching to do that blanket stitch. Aunt Beck did it live. I'm not sure I can do the blanket stitch live. I got to get my nose stuck to it, Aunt Beck. There's 2 more. Oh, I'm loving that. Rita Marie made some stunning cards on her channel using her art and is giving away the prints. Oh, how nice is that? Wow. That's cool. Yeah, I think she prints. I think she prints off some of her stuff. Or scans it. All I have is a camera, so I really haven't gotten to that point yet of making reproductions of my art. Maybe I will someday. So if I give away anything now, you guys are getting original. You aren't getting a print. 1. Well, except for my stamps. If I stamp, you're getting a stamped image. I was going to carve a stamp this morning too, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. I'll be surprised if I even get these cards done. But I'm having fun. Buffering again at 33rd? Okay, well, I'll watch I haven't fallen yet, but when 33rd says she starts buffering, it's not long that I lose my data connection. So if I lose my data connection, I'll watch it and be right back if I lose it. I'm hoping. Now, I haven't changed my server yet. I did change my latency from a I changed my latency from a low latency to normal. And I'm hoping that that's going to help. But in the morning, I don't fall as much in the morning as I do on my evening chat. But I have already fallen once. So it isn't, the latency isn't going to help it all the time. But it seems to help a little. And I do think I set up my server when I was still in Madison, Wisconsin. And I'm wondering if maybe it didn't pick a server closer to Madison than I moved to Nebraska. And I'm wondering if my server just isn't a little bit far away. And maybe that's why I'm losing data connection so much. So I just haven't had time to go. I found that Azure suggested that I change my server connection. And I found where to do that. So I think I will experiment with it maybe next week. I don't want to do it by tomorrow night because I don't want to deal with it if it doesn't work tomorrow night. But maybe over the weekend I'll change my server connection. I think you have to actually delete your server and reconnect. So I'm hoping that that's all. I posted that on the YouTube help board and I got 0 help. 0! YouTube! Where's your help? That was a legitimate question to YouTube and it got passed over. Hi, Galena Purplina. Good morning, good morning. Galena Purplina. Is my phone getting hot? No, my phone does not get hot. Now, when I do a Google Hangouts, on my phones, this one, which is my older Galaxy 5 or my Galaxy 8, when I Google Hangouts, my phone gets hot and shuts off. It does not like Google Hangouts. There's something in there that burns it up. Just the phone does not like it. But if I Zoom is very similar to the Google Hangouts, only you're not live on the internet. You're not like you're doing a live stream. Zoom, I can Zoom all day and my phone doesn't get hot. And also I can do my live streams. So on YouTube, and I can do like 4 hours and the phone's not hot. So that's not an issue with the YouTube live stream, but it's an issue with Google Hangouts. Hi, Katrina. Good morning. Life Mix said good morning. Hi, Lori Loves Montana. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Azure, I'm going to play around with changing my server. That could very well be that I connected to a server when I was still in Madison, because that was before they had mobile streaming. And I was trying to set it up. Well, they had this Wirecast thing, and you'd have to, it was really more complicated than what I could do. But I remember setting it up through the server. I was trying to find my way through it. And so, what do I got? How many left here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 sheets left to do here. So I think I might be connected to a server that's closer to Madison than Nebraska, or Wisconsin than Nebraska. And that might be one reason why I'm losing my data connection so much. I don't know. And I posted that on the YouTube help board, but I'm a little not upset. I'm not upset, but I'm kind of disappointed. I guess that's the right word. I'm disappointed that no help at all. And that usually when I post to the help board out there, I get some help. But the last couple posts, nothing. Nothing. It's just like, I don't know, like the good people left them or something. The smart people. So, YouTube, if you're listening, you need to vamp up your help. YouTube, Google product forums. Oh, they get a lot of questions like, when am I going to get monetized? And, stuff like that they probably get tired of answering because there's probably no answer yet. They probably don't have an answer for me either. But at least I'd like to know that they read it. If they don't know, just say, we're not sure. Try it and see. Even an answer like that would be helpful. If they never answer, you don't even know if they read it. So I'll get off of that. Got a little trimming to do there, I guess. I've said my piece. Katrina says, hi, Aunt Beck and Lori. Lori loves Montana. Good morning, Azure. Good morning. We're all saying good morning. Aunt Beck's got to go start her coffee. Lori's off until Tuesday. All right. Do some art. Do an art retreat, Lori. Next week is 3 days, then 2 days for the next 2 weeks. Took an extra 3 days off this schedule. All right. YouTube sucks for help. Yeah, everybody kind of complains. Usually, though, it was there. I was getting pretty good help on the YouTube help board. For a while there, when I posted a question, they were pretty good about answering it. I said some good things about them, but lately, I think they may have lost some of their good help. Lately, it's not been... Now, I shouldn't complain too much, but I do like... Now, I have to tell you, Azure helped me more than YouTube did. But I also like the creative arts community, creative arts collaboration group, but I haven't posted that issue out there. So there's a lot of different ways to get help if you really need it. But I have to say, Azure helped me more than YouTube, so give you a pat on the back, Azure. Maybe you should apply to YouTube to be a technical help person. 5 1/4. 5 1/4. I'm getting here. Won't be long. I know I'm boring you with cutting these, but I'm getting stuff done. I am. Whoops. I just have one more to cut. One more card. Here. Round and around I go. Whenever 33rd buffers, Mary loses data connection. Now, I should probably fold these. I need my bone folder. What did I do with my bone folder? Where's my bone? Where's my bone folder, Mary says. Where's my bone folder? I thought I put it away. But obviously I didn't. Because it's not there. Did I put it over here? Let me check. There's not a double-sided tape. I don't know if that will be enough. Get some more over here. That's not... Well, I'll just use... I'll use the back of my utility knife. Am I back? Azure would like some snow. Azure's down in Florida. She wants snow in Florida. I think that's only twice that I've lost data connection, maybe 3. It's getting, well, it's a little after 6. Yeah, I'm back. Anne had to go to work. Anne, I know you're gone, but have a great day at work. Aunt Beck's ready for no humidity. Let's see. I want to fold these cards. They won't be perfect because Mary's not perfect. This one's not. Let's try this one. I like to have something to... Let's get this out. When I do my folding, and I know I got laughed at on my video, but I like to have something, and I made a video about that, about buttoning my card up against an edge to get a nice fold. And somebody commented and said, just fold it. Just fold it in half, for goodness sakes. And I thought, no. This way you fold it nice. I don't know if that is going to work, though, using my knife edge. The ruler edge might work better. Where's my ruler? See, they'll go like that. So I'm going to bore you again here by folding. There's a little ledge here, and I bump my card up against that little ledge, and then I fold the other one right even with it, and that way I get a nice fold. And then when you fold, this the card makers do. You always fold from the center to the sides. Of course, I need my bone folder. I don't know where it went off to. Yeah, I'm liking these. I am loving these cards. Maybe I'll send out 6 just like you, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck does it, Mary's gonna do it. That's what I said on my video. I put up that video this morning, and I said, when Jerry puts up a page, Mary will put up a page in that altered book project that Jerry is doing. Recycle parts for art. Oh, I'm loving these cards. Now, I'll have to figure out something in the center. I might just put a little note in there, a little white piece, like, where's my model? I won't cut them today, but I'll probably put a little white piece in here, right in here, just like that, to write on. Just kind of tack it in there. So, okay, Mary's making cards today. That's probably all I'll get done in this stream, but at least I'll have them done. I wanted to work on my little pin cushion, but I might do that in a video instead. Like I said, I have to get my nose up to it to do that blanket stitch or any stitching because of my eyesight. It's kind of hard to see when you're doing a live stream. This needs to be, I need to file down the rough edges here. But I'll come back and do that. That's not quite even. This needs to be trimmed a little. I'm going to do that right now. Trim it just a little. Yeah, I might have made it worse. I got to get my file out and file down the rough edges. I'll do it. All right, let's see what chat is saying here. Hi, Sue. Sue Hillis, good morning. Sue, it's Thursday morning. One more day of work left. Good morning, Sue. Have your coffee. I'll bet Sue's getting ready for work. I got to catch up with your videos, Sue. I'm a little behind. I had a busy day yesterday. I don't remember what I went to the library. I had to go to the post office. Had to go to the grocery store. I chatted with the librarian a lot yesterday afternoon. Kind of took up my afternoon. You need to know, well, I just put a new blade in here, Aunt Beck, and it's one of those titanium blades, but it should be cutting better than that, but I did cut that watercolor paper with it, so it probably needs a new blade after. I cut this watercolor paper with it, and it did these fairly nice, but when I got to the cardstock, it's not all of them, but some of them it's kind of feathering the edges. I'll just sand it down a little with a fingernail file. I'll come back after I wish this was just a little bit wider. I want one of those with the platform on them. But I'm not going to pay $80 for a paper cutter. I can't quite afford that. And that was the sale price. I think they were running for like $150 retail. No, those were the ones with the self-sharpening blades, but We Are Memory cutters, I got that a couple years ago. That's up in Madison in storage with everything else. I think I only paid $40 for that. I know I didn't pay $80 for it. No, that was 3 or 4 years ago. I wouldn't buy anything at $80. Would I? A paper cutter. I might buy the Big Shot or, something else at $80. But I watch for the sales and use coupons like everybody else. Maybe that's why I paid $40 for it. Maybe I used a coupon. I can't remember. Yeah, they dull pretty quickly. Even the titanium ones can get dull when you use it with thick paper, and that watercolor paper is 140 pounds. I need to trim this. I'll trim it before I put it on. That watercolor paper is 140 pounds, so that's pretty thick cutting. I have some poster board that is a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter weight. It's not too bad though yet. I'll just file it with the fingernail file, the little edges of it. It will be handmade cards. I can't find my score. It's around here someplace. I was going to put my boho tags together last Tuesday with a 3-ring binder, and I couldn't find the 3-ring binder that I have. And then I found it after the chat, and I was going to do it today, and I can't find the binder again. The 3-ring. So it'll show up after the live stream. I might have to do that in a video just because it keeps disappearing on me. I get too much stuff out. I get too much stuff out at once because I'm working on so many projects, and I try to put things back where they belong. But, when you do a dirty dozen, I'm trying to catch up with everybody. You're working pretty fast. I was working pretty fast last night, but I'm really happy with the results. I am really happy with the results. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm all done folding. Have a little patience. Probably only get cards done this morning, I think. But I'll have them ready to send out. Well, maybe not quite ready because I've got to do the centers and I want to embellish them. I don't think I'm going to tape these down until I embellish the cards, though. Let's catch up with chat. Kimberly says, I'm thinking about getting a 4th cart. Paula's going to have to paint parking lot lines in my craft room. I love that, Kimberly. Parking lot lines for your little hobby carts. That's funny. Aren't these cards fun? And Beck, I really owe all of this to you because I am not a card maker. I had no interest in doing cards until we started doing the Dirty Dozens. So I owe this all to you, Aunt Beck. You're the inspiration for these. Yeah. Arabella's heart for book art. Good morning, Arabella. Hello. Would you like another friend from Holland, the Netherlands? Yes, I would. Yes, I would, Arabella. Let me get I'll just start a new sheet because I wanted to write Laura down anyway. Arabella, heart for book art is from, well, gonna write your name in gold. Arabella, you are so welcome in here. Arabella, heart for book art. Are you doing Jerry at Recycled Parts for Art? Her Ultra Book project. She just started it. I put up my first video this morning. I have a link to Jerry's at Recycled Parts for Art, her playlist in my description box of my video that I put up this morning. Heart for book art. And you are from Holland, the Netherlands. I love my international friends in the morning. And then Laura, of course, I've known Laura for a while now. Laura Gagain is her Canadian friend. I've got several Canadian friends. Ruth, Canada. Ruth Lamb. She's really found me from Aunt Beck, I think. Ruth Lamb is from Canada. Got some other Canadian friends. But Ruth comes in here quite a bit. All right. Arabella, you got me writing on I'm going to have to make a big list for my international friends. Keep you all straight. All right, let me go back. Kimberly says, I'm thinking about getting a 4th cart. Hi, Lori, Kimberly, and 33. Hi, Vicky. Vicky from, now don't tell me, Vicky. Let me look it up. Australia. Vicky is from Australia. Good morning, Vicky. Good evening to you. And Sue Hillis. I think I'm back to where Sue came in. Now let me catch up with you guys. Heidi. Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, good morning. You're never late. You're never late. You come in when you can. You got a Thursday morning to take care of. Joyce Boring. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, good morning. Oh, Sherry is in Canada. Thank you. I'll write that. I didn't know that. Sherry Hobbing. Sherry Hobbing is a Canadian friend. I love my international people in the mornings. Yeah, because the Canadians can kind of, but you folks across the ocean, like, I'm saying good evening to you instead of good morning. What did I do with those? They're here. I'm going to have to make me a big list rather than these little Post-its, but this will do for now. So, good morning, Sherry. Kimberly says, I have a red one from Harbor too. So sturdy and handy. We're talking about Kimberly's art carts. Did you see Aunt Beck where Life Mix asked if you have a video about your art cart, your cart? I'd love another Harbor Freight one. I've never bought from Harbor Freight. I don't think it's not local here as far as retail. I suppose you could order it online. And I met Arabella. Howie is giving me a workout. Howie is Aunt Beck's kitty cat. We love him. All right, I think I'm caught up with chat. We said good morning to Joyce. And yeah, Josie, I knew you were a Canadian, but you're Italian to me. Josie. Josie is a Canadian living in Italy. Yeah. I knew that about you just from watching your videos. Josie does. Josie, is it Gitto? Gitto? I'm mispronouncing your last name, Josie, but she does beautiful art. If you have not subscribed to Josie, click on her icon and go check out her channel. We love you, Josie. Can't wait to see your next video. Here in the Netherlands, Arabella says it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Oh, wow, your day's half over. And it's just starting for me. It's 6:34. Yeah, I don't, Aunt Beck, can you run and get Josie's link? I'm not sure Josie can post it, but Aunt Beck is a mod. Aunt Beck did a revamp of her art cart video. That's what she's posting now. But Aunt Beck, if you would get Josie's channel link, and if Aunt Beck isn't hearing this, just click on Josie's icon, and you'll get her channel, and then you can subscribe or mark it. But come back to chat, please. It's 6:31 a.m. where Sherry is. So, Sherry, we must be in the same time zone because it's 6:35 on my phone. Hi, Linda. Watching in bed, kind of tired. Well, you just get that rest. You probably need it. It's early in the morning. If you snooze off, that's okay. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time, I have to tell you, after I have my chat, I'm pretty awake this morning. I have some things I need to get done, but sometimes I fall back asleep after my early morning live streams. I go catch some sleep yet. Rest up, Linda. The world in your list will still be here. Yes, Vicki, that's so true. Thank you, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck just posted the link to Josie's channel. Thank you so much for doing that, Aunt Beck. I really appreciate it. Oh, it won't open the links when you're clicking on the icon? It won't do that for you, Heidi? Well, pooh. You're cooking lunch. Josie's cooking lunch. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. What are you having for lunch, Josie? What are you having for lunch? Let's finish folding my cards. So I don't think that I'm going to, I've got out that double-sided tape, but I don't think that I'm going to do that online because I want to figure out how I want to embellish these. So I think I'll cut the little insides out of white. I'm going to work on these cards. I won't get to my little skunk. I kind of have to figure him out. My little skunk that I'm going to do out of Aunt Beck's project, her hedgehog project. And I'll put a link to that pattern in there too when I do it. I probably won't work on it today, so the link won't be in this video, but Aunt Beck put a link to it. If you watch her video, I'll put a link to Aunt Beck's sewing video after I get done. And then she does her hedgehog in that sewing video that she did yesterday. And so if you're interested in the little hedgehog pin cushion that we're doing, mine's going to be a skunk. But if you're interested in it, it's in Aunt Beck's sewing video from yesterday. It was a live stream. Aunt Beck is mixing it up on her channel. She's doing a lot of creative things. We're loving your sewing session, Aunt Beck. We're loving it. I got a few left here, 2 more here, which is 4 more cards to fold. Pasta with fresh tomato sauce and fried eggplants on top. That sounds good. Yum. That sounds very Italian, Josie. You are having an Italian lunch. Pasta with fresh tomato sauce and fried eggplants on top. Yum. That sounds like an Italian, very Italian. That's making me hungry. I bought the fixings for a salad when we went shopping last week. So I've been eating salads for lunch. I'm trying to cut down on the... I'm not perfect with it. I still like my sweets, but I'm cutting down on the sugar and salt. I'm cutting down. I feel better. And I feel better getting up early in the mornings and getting some art done in the mornings. You know, sleeping late all the time is not good for you. Just informing you of that. Get up and do something with your day, even if you have to take a nap during the day. Now, I'm speaking if you're retired. You folks that go to work, you can still take your noon nap if you want. Just don't tell your boss. I won't tell your boss. There. So, I got all my cards folded and the little gold piece with them. I need a rubber band, but I'll just put them put them over here. Where am I going to put them? Let me get a rubber band. Hold on. Hold on a sec before I get a rubber band to put around those. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me reach in here. Of course, one rubber band doesn't come out. It has to be 10 of them at once. I don't know why they do that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's just put it that way. This is one of those folder bands. There we go. Next time, chop it up for smaller projects. Aunt Beck said, the cards I made this week were made from the dirty dozen that ended up with red purple and I hated so much. Anything ugly can be turned in to something beautiful. That is so true, Aunt Beck. I liked my dirty dozen, and I took the beautiful and turned it into cards, and it's still beautiful. Sort of. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut some of these little note cards to put on the inside. 3 3/8 by 4 3/4, except for I think I'm going to make it 3 1/4. I'm going to measure out 3 3/8 of these. They're going to be white. So 4 3/4. Let me turn my 4 3/4. And this is 11 1/2. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't know how long I was spinning. Come on. I'm spinning. I'm spinning. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, 33rd. I get to chattering and it drops me when I get to chattering. Aunt Beck said they switched to spaghetti squash. That sounds good, Aunt Beck. Let's see, Aunt Beck says the cards I made this week were made from, that guy read that, from her Dirty Dozen. That was The Ugly Turned Beautiful. Linda says I'm my own worst critic. I am too, Linda. Yep, yep. You spin me twice around, baby, twice around. Getting dizzy for buffering. I buffered. Spaghetti squash. Look at your work, Linda, and only say words about it that you would say to someone else's. Now, that's good advice from Vicki. Linda says that she's her own worst critic, and Vicki said, look at your work, Linda, and only say words about it that you would say to somebody else's work. That's good advice. I say just enjoy the process. That's good advice too from Joyce. Just enjoy the process. Zoe's waiting for her bus. Have a good day at school, Zoe. Heidi says, I'm going to be playing with alcohol inks later today. Well, that sounds fun, Heidi. Different perspectives, Sherry says. 33rd is back. Zoe says, Sherry waits for my bus watching Mary. Oh, okay. Linda says, can see beauty in others' work, but I'm very critical of my own. Well, you know, Linda, in a way, being critical of your work can be helpful if you're trying to learn what not to do the next time. Sometimes I look and say, oh, you know, the perspective's wrong. And you can learn from being critical, but if you're critical in a negative way, when you're always down on yourself saying, you know, this is ugly, blah, 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 blah. But if you kind of look at your work and say, oh, my perspective is not right here, or my eyes aren't even on the face, or you know, the man is too big for, his hand's too big for his arm, or something like that. That is critical, where you're seeing what you did wrong. So the next time that you do it, you know, you can kind of learn from being critical. Being self-critical is not necessarily a bad thing unless you're just beating yourself up. Zoe says her bus is about to come. I don't know how much you heard of my art lecture about being critical, but to summarize it, I'll just say if you're critical to learn from it, that can be a good thing. Self-criticism. In fact, that's how you can learn. Sometimes I listen to myself better than I listen to somebody else criticizing me. If somebody's coming at me and telling me something is bad and they're doing that all the time, then I turn them off. I'm saying, you're just beating up on me. But don't beat up on yourself either. So it's been 2 hours and still not awake, Jen says. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm losing data connection because it's getting pretty close to 7 o'clock. And every time I get close to 7 o'clock, I start spinning and losing my data connection. So it's... Now I lost track. I think it was 3.5 that I'm going for here. How much? Let's see. This was 4 3/4 and 3.5. And 3.5. Linda got me off on an art lecture this morning about criticizing yourself. And don't call it criticizing. Call it a critique, which is really criticizing, but it's a critique. Say, I'm critiquing myself. So if you're critiquing yourself, then you're looking at your artwork saying, well, this is what's good about it and this is what's bad. This is what I need to work on. Like I personally need to work on noses and open mouths when I do faces. And I'm getting better at both of them. My open mouths I'm a lot happier with than I was a year ago. So instead of saying you're criticizing yourself, say, I'm critiquing me today. And write down those things that you see wrong, and that's what you need to work on. Whoops, I cut that one too short, I think. 3.5? Yeah. I cut it at 3 instead of 3.5. That one's no good. Three and a half. And if I kept track of all the goofy things that I did in a live stream, we would have a 500-page volume, I think. I want at least 25 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I goofed one up. So what's going on? Can I keep up with you guys in chat? 7 p.m. Central, right, Mary? Yep, 7:30 p.m. Central. Yes, Aunt Beck. Friday night lives? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. I won't be on tonight. I'll be on Friday night. This is Thursday night. Friday night, Aunt Beck. Yeah. Friday night, Zoe. Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Central. And I think you are in the Eastern time zone, so it'll be 8:30 your time. I have to come on at 7:30. We have our supper from like around 5:30, and then I clean up, so it's usually about a little after 6 by the time that I've cleaned up after the dishes and all of that afterwards. And then I have to sit down for a minute to catch my breath before I go online. So that's why I start at 7:30. We watch Wheel of Fortune, so that takes us to 7, and then I need that little minute between 7 and 7:30 just to gather my thoughts and to take a breath. So it's 7:30 p.m. on Friday night, Central Time. So Zoe's gone to school, I think. I love that I can move my supplies back to my work area and then push it back out of the way when I want to switch. They're talking about art carts. Oops. Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend too, Aunt Beck. I get busy during the week. I do get busy. Sometimes these weeks go faster than... Already it's Friday again, and already the September is about over with already. But I think that can be a good thing, too, to stay busy. Keep your life busy. That keeps you young. Not so ultra busy that you're going crazy, but 3.5. So there's 8, 9. I'll finish cutting these, and then I think I'm going to call it a morning. And wait, 3.5? And then I'm going to figure out how I'm going to embellish them. And what I want to work on today is I watched Dee Dee Willingham. She did a Society of Idea Collectors video on Wednesday, and I'm just catching up with her. And she did an exercise where she mind mapped a photograph. So I want to do a video on that because I get so inspired. I get so inspired with Dee Dee. So that's hopefully what I want my video to be about tomorrow. So I want to work on that this afternoon. I want to finish watching it. I had to stop and go to the post office and the library and the grocery store yesterday. So I didn't get finished watching her. And she reviewed some books, and I didn't get those watched either. Dee Dee inspires me to no end with the Society of Ideas. So I'm going to finish cutting. I need 25 of these. So I had 7 and I added 4. That should be about 11. I should be about halfway done here. I'm 11, and this should take it to 15, 19, 23, and some extra, which will be okay. So let's just get these cut real fast, Mary. 8, no, 5 1/4. Is that right? 5 1/4? No, 4 3/4. 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Right? Right. So lost track. You cut 3 at a time? Oh, I'm not sure my blade will cut 3 at a time. I'm not sure my blade will cut 3 at a time. I would get ragged edges then. This is I was saying before I fell one of the times this morning, this paper trimmer was a gift from Peg Robinson. She said I needed it. So I have a nice paper cutter in storage. So I'm using this. It comes in handy. So I doubt that she's watching my videos anymore, but I will thank her again. Let's see. I want 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. I'll just get these cut up here. 3 1/2. These will go on the inside of my cards. These would be like the little note area where you write. And then I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to decorate the front. I think I will do the little 2 strips of bling. And then I don't want to do Halloween like witches. How many times is it going to drop me? I don't know. Yeah, I'm spinning over here too. I'm buffering in my own stream. There I go. Live chat. Live chat. Peg is very much an instructor personality. Let's see, I'm cutting this at 3 1/2. Yes. And she goes to, am I doing this right? I lost track here. Here, I'm splitting here. She goes to a lot of art retreats and art conferences and that, so she learns a lot. She's very much I did that wrong. Wrong! Messed that up, didn't I? Well, I could cut it this way. I can still get 1 out of it. 4, 5 1/4 and 3 1/2. That's okay. I got a couple extra to go here anyway. I think I can get 25. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Dee Dee Willingham, and I like to watch. I watch Aunt Beck, 4 3/4. I watch Aunt Beck. I want to catch up with Tanya, and I watch a lot of Lisa. By the time I get done watching all you guys, I don't have much time to watch anybody else because I'm doing my own videos. But I joined. I've been watching Vicki Ross lately. If you don't know who Vicki Ross is, VICKIROSS. She's a wonderful artist. Goodness, I like watching her create. She's a very creative personality. So I've been watching a lot of her videos lately, her live streams. She live streams on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons. I caught her last Tuesday after Aunt Beck. So I think I got 25 here or close to it. I'm not going to bore you anymore. So let's just pull out a card, top card here. Come on, just one, just give me one. Come on, just give me one, please. Don't be stubborn. There. So the card will go here, and then inside I'll have the note card, and then I'm going to cut some of this bling. I might put a black strip underneath the bling. I think it'll show up better. 2 strips. And I think I'll do a floral and a hello on there. And I might do something else on there. But I think I'm going to make hello cards out of these. Because then when I send it out the Happy Mail, that makes a lot of sense. Just saying hello. Just peeking in to say hello. I could sit and watch her all the time. And Ian paint. Yeah, Vicki. And the other one that I like is, and I keep forgetting her name. She does all those stencils. Oh my goodness, help me out. She mixes all those paints and she does those stencils, and I keep forgetting her name. Oh, I keep forgetting her name. Hi, Faithfulness. Good morning, good morning. Bye, Life Mix. Have a great day. She says she's got to finish getting ready for her doctor appointment. She's going to be checking out her Rural King for cart and picking up some poster boards so that she can do a pick 10. All right, Life Mix. I am getting ready to... Faithfulness, you just peeked in on us. I'm just getting ready. I've been making cards all morning. I bored everybody with making cards, but I got 25 ready to go. Not ready to go, ready to put together. I had to cut this out of a big 18 by 24. We did a Dirty Dozen in Aunt Beck's live last night. And so I cut it all up and I got 25 card pieces out of it. And then, of course, I had to figure out my card size to fit my envelope. It'll fit in these envelopes, I think, pretty good. Let's check it out here. Oh, the envelopes are... I got the envelopes at Walmart. They're kind of thin, but that's okay. I think they'll work. And the card's got a little bulk to them, but they'll fit right in. Come on, get in there. Maybe if I do it this way. Yeah, the card will look nice in these crafty envelopes. Well, this will be glued down. It's not going in there with the... Maybe if I just put it on the inside to see the bulk. So the card will fit in there really nice. It'll make a nice card. And then I'll stamp... I should carve a special Halloween stamp. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe tomorrow night I'll carve a Halloween stamp to put on here. Maybe just even my corner stamp. And then a Halloween. I do like a Halloween thing. Maybe a fall flower. Something with a pumpkin in the center. Just for my corner. And then I'll put my Penelope on the back of it. And some washi tape. So, yeah, I'll get 6 cards sent out, Aunt Beck. Yeah, all because of Aunt Beck. So thank you guys for peeking in and saying good morning to me. Janet. Oh, Janet, you just got here, Janet. I'm just getting ready to leave. Hi, Janet. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did you see what I was making, Janet? 25 cards. I'll send you one. I'll send you a card, Janet. How about that? They're not quite done yet. I just got the card cut out, and this was for my Dirty Dozen from last night. You're welcome, Sherry. Thanks for peeking in. Good to see you, lady. Thank you, Kimberly. Josie. Oh, Josie, I can't wait to see your next video. Yeah, Aunt Beck, you have a good day. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I like to sign off by saying have a great day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your pets. The weekend's coming up. So guess what? You get a couple days off. And some of you get 3 days off. So do some art. If you have some time, take some time and do some art. Bye, everybody. Arabella, it's so good to see you. Come back again. Bye.